God damn it. I have been interrupted by my family for days to not be able to make videos for you guys. Damn. Well, anyways, hello everybody. I am John the Repair, and today we will do what if Naruto was a Saiyan. Now, before we get into it, let's do a power scaling shit. And you're gonna say, John, let's just get onto the what if. You don't need to tell us anything. Well, shit, no. I'm not gonna make the Omega Naruto fans be angry because Saiyans are more OP than ninjas, because it's fact. It's like this. Oh, look, Momoshiki, you have planetary level destruction. Oh, how cute. Talk to me when you are in the solar system level. That's what Cell would say if he meet Momoshiki and the two know each other. So you get just how an idea how more OP they are just from this one shit. Okay, so let's begin with fucking power scaling. And hell no, I will not stop. I will make you fear your most enemy, math again. Okay, so let's start. Kid Coco casually dodged bullets. He could dodge lightning when he was a kid, and he also performed multiple feats which are above tens of horrors which this. And in the Dragon Ball, in the normal Dragon Ball, he was shown when to be able to destroy the moon with a Kamehameha, with the moon being about 50 times, being not as much as the Earth's mass and density, meaning that he is not quite yet a planetary level destruction, but he is at least a moon level buster, and that is only from 180 power level. So because of that, we could calculate that the damage he did was at least moon level because of it was only one fucking blast. So let's continue. Piccolo, after defeating Raditz, casually destroyed the moon faster than seconds, which at least faster than light speed, since he could react to attacks that were thrown by Goku, which had similar speed, which are faster than light and undynamic. Frieza threw projectiles that much faster Piccolo could react to, and Goku casually stopped the one projectile away, meaning that he is way faster than he was. And also, in the Cell Saga, Cell stated like this: I can destroy the entire solar system, bitch, with my key. And let's now get into durability feats. People downplay it because in Dragon Ball Super he got hit by bullets, but that's not the case. Goku was shown to shrug off planetary level destruction easily, because Kid Goku got his bullets pounced off his skin and a lot of other things like that. It's just that sometimes weird things happen, like Superman post-crisis Superman, a multiversal entity being taken down by a fucking shotgun. That's fucking insane. If you want to believe Goku Superman fans, get that in your face. And Silver Surfer, the guy that casually surfed around the black holes and supernova, got taken down by a human robe. Take that, Marvel fans, if you want to highlight Goku for this moment. So yeah, I'm not saying that he is the most OP, but he is pretty good, since the most OP characters you get are from reading comics. So, for being that OP in an anime show is quite a feat, I say. So, will Naruto be a fucking Saiyan? Well, let's now get back onto fucking years. Last time on Dragon Block, I don't fucking know what. John Naruto was on a planet. He was watching the Saiyan race get destroyed. He was seeing this with great interest. He said, the Saiyan race got destroyed. That's quite sad. I always wanted to do. You know what? Why not? After this, John Dolipper teleported into the room of Goku, seeing him in the space pod. He picked him out and he said, "That's a shame. A shame really, Goku. But I'm sorry. Your body will have to go into another child." After this, baby Naruto was in Kushina's womb when she didn't know that she was pregnant was in his hand. And he said, "Alright, you two. I will mix you two together, meaning that Naruto will be a hybrid Saiyan to make him able to use chakra, because from the Naruto body original and the ki from Goku's body. So because of that, it will be quite interesting. I wonder what will happen when it mixes. Oh, it would be quite interesting. Fiery Kamehameha, Lightning Ki Blast, Chidori Ki Blast. Just think about the possibilities. Alright, Goku. Now it's your time to be merged with this kid. After this, he merged both the kids, and Naruto now had black hair instead of his yellow hair. He now had a tail, and since he was half Saiyan, he could have more potential than a normal Saiyan. And because of that, he would be more OP than a normal Saiyan. After this, Jian said, let's see. You're not quite good at that, aren't you, baby Naruto? Oh yeah, I forgot. You're quite sad. Shame, shame, shame. You will get strolled around by the villagers. Such potential will be wasted on these idiots. Pat. Pat, 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 pat. If I wanted to, I could make you the ultimate project. A weapon that will destroy everything. It has been quite a time before I made an alternate reality where I overthrown the everything in your world. So I will make you evil. Do you accept it? The baby Naruto just said no because John gave them the apple, so to speak. Shame, 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 shame. You said no. Alright, you will be good. Don't expect me to give you the order next time, my pal. After this, John marked the baby Naruto to go into the earth. Instead of having him crash like always, he crash landed in the village. With Minato coming to check what happened, and then he saw the baby Naruto. The baby Naruto was sitting there crying, while Minato was seeing how cute the baby was. It looked like him but had black hair and a tail? What was a tail supposed to be? He ignored the tail and got him into his home. When he came home, to not make Kushina suspicious, Jiang gifted her another baby. That baby was a female. Well, no, Rata came. Minato said, Kushina, I found this baby. And then Kushina was flattered at how cute he was, and he said, "Ah, you're so cute. Can we adopt him?" Minato said, Kushina, he has parents. She said, but he crash landed. And Minato said, alright, I will try it. After this, they raised the baby Naruto, and while that everything was happening the same, and they didn't know that John behind the walls was looking, observing the baby Naruto with every move to make sure he doesn't become something that he doesn't like. After this, then came Obito Uchiha. Obito did the same things he did in canon, which involved trying to kill Minato to get to the QB, which he got the QB out, and suddenly, when he got the QB out, Naruto was in the house. He was sleeping, of course, because he was already born. But then Obito got to him to threaten Minato, and he said, "Get your hands away from the Nine Tails, Hokage, or I will kill your son." After this, Naruto looked up at the moon. His heart started beating increasingly, and Obito looked at him and he said, "What the hell is this child going through?" After this, Naruto started growing. He started growing fur, and finally he stopped. Right now, his size was about the size of the QB. No, it was even greater than the QB. At least 10 meters bigger than the QB, which was surprising, seeing that the giant fox was so giant. And then Kurama was confused. He didn't saw anything like that. Was he a tailed beast? No, he wasn't. He looked like his brother, Son Goku, but he didn't look at Lemai like all. His brother was shorter than him, and this beast was bigger than him. Right now, they both stared at each other ominously, with Kurama trying to say that this beast is weird, which he actually managed to, with the baby Naruto getting the primal instincts every Saiyan have, and then he launched himself at the Kurama. Kurama had greater agility and speed, while baby Naruto Zaro had greater strength and durability. And he also had mouth beams. So because of that, he manages to make Kurama quite injured from that, but Kurama's healing factor proved useful to him to get rid of this effect. Well, while Kuro was fighting Baby Naruto, Minato was wondering what the hell happened to his son. But then he got an idea. He looked at the tail, saw that it perfectly matched the color and design of the monkey, and he said, "The tail, it's what turned him like it." Obito was already smashed by Baby Naruto, and he said, "So what? This your son right now is probably stronger than the QB. So what are you gonna do?" He said he may be stronger, but his weakness is vital. Because of Baby Naruto's style, Minato recovered a lot of shock. Because Baby Naruto got around 10 minutes of fighting with Konoha. And then Naruto got the Reaper the Steel ready. And then he said, "Mother, cut down my son's tail." Obito said, "It's easy for you to tell this shit. I'm crushed with every bone." And then said, "Cut it down, we don't have any other choice." Obito growled in annoyance, and he got out, and he got his sword to cut his tail down, but Baby Naruto smacked him across the village. Well, Kurama said, "That's what you get down with Shihafa playing with me. Hey you, monster, why don't we team up together so I can destroy this pathetic village?" Baby Naruto, because he was a primal on instincts, he couldn't talk. But then John appeared and he said, "You seriously disappointed me, Naruto. I saw much more in you. I thought that you will be like what I wanted. You will overthrow the government and take it into the trash. But now, you are so pure-hearted, even in this Ozaru film. How disappointing. You would have been a great partner if you went with these pathetic emotions." After this, John got into the face of both QB and Naruto, and then he flicked them both to outer space. He got there and he kicked them both into the village, destroying it completely. And then John said, "You really disappointed me, Naruto. You have one more chance. Prove to me that you're not some pure-hearted boy and kill your adoptive father." Naruto looked at Minato, and then he looked at John, and then at Minato, and he tilted his head with no. John got angry and he said, "I created you. I made you. I give you your power, and that's how you think me." I didn't know that you were like this, Naruto. I should not interfere with you. Do whatever the fuck you want. You are not like the others that I created. You are a disappointment. Goodbye, disappointment of my life. After this, John disappeared. And Naruto came back because he cut his tail before he disappeared. Well, Well, Madara or Obito was now breathing heavily, and he said, "Who the hell was that guy?" Minato said, "I don't know, but apparently he created Naruto." Obito said, "Normally I would have laughed at the thought of someone this strong and powerful. This, this thing seems like a story of a god, but from what I saw, I doubt that it is all a dream." Stoner said, I also believe it." Well then, hmm, Sean came back and he said, "Oh yeah, I forgot. Naruto, since you didn't kill Minato, I will not punish you. I will kill him and Kushina myself." After this, John disappeared. Kushina and Minato were dead. Obito then goes away with his all broken bones. Well, John lifted Naruto and he said, "Why can't you be normal? Why can't you be like your other versions that I created? They are all hateful haters, full of hatred, while you are so pure and God. What the fuck is wrong with you, Naruto?" And then baby Naruto started to cry. John said, "Listen, I didn't mean to make you cry, pal, but it's the fucking law. You need to kill them. I'm not like this because I want you to murder them. I'm like this because I want you to take your revenge on them." Baby Naruto stopped crying, and then John left him on the ground and he said, "You will soon know why I do that, Naruto. You will soon know." And then Naruto grew up. He was way stronger than he was. He was way stronger than he was. Because of his signature, he also trained a lot, and he gained a lot of Zenkai boosts. And also Karama shielded him by John. Because of that, he also had regeneration, and thanks to his Uzumaki DNA from Naruto the original, he also had Uzumaki regeneration, and his chakra and ki were way higher than they were, because Saiyans have ki natural to them like unlike humans who had to spend years to train it, while Saiyans unlock it like it's like it's natural. And also, just a quick thing to tell. Saiyans are very prodigy. Since Goku took one look at the Kamehameha, the technique that got Master Roshi, the greatest human user of ki ever, 50 years to create and use, and he used it in one just look. They are very prodigies. I know that Minato took 3 years to create the Rasengan, but what the fuck, 3 years is nothing compared to 50 fucking years. That man literally had to wish for immortality just to create it, the technique. So because of this, nope, Saiyans are very prodigies, and also they have natural affinity for everything in combat, because they adapt while fighting, they adapt to everything. And also Saiyans have already a very low regen, like when Frieza appears Like when Frieza's leg is pierced with a laser while Whis returned them, and only a mere minute that cut was healed, and Goku fought a Kamehameha out of Frieza from Resurrection of Earth. So because of this, they have low regen, because of his Uzumaki DNA and his and his fucking I don't know what, and his Kyuubi chakra, his regeneration accelerated exponentially. And he also has a form of adaptation. What I mean by a form of adaptation is that you can adapt not to the rate of someone like 682, where he can grow things to be fully immune to stuff in mere seconds, but he can adapt. Yes, he can adapt. Saiyans have adaptation, at least it's way stronger than any human's adaptation, since they adapt to gravity way faster than any human can, and they adapt to their surrounding faster than any human can. So it's just so fucking hard to not want to be from that race. So Naruto got key, and right now I will change a few things. Ki exists in the Narutoverse, but it's a very rare type of energy. You know, say only the most proficient of sages know it, and they rarely can use it. Jiraiya barely has any ki, because just a tailed beast of chakra can make a ki of about not very strong, but they are very strong when they use it. They can fly, they can enhance themselves, they can train with it, and they can grow it, and they can even go out plasma balls. That power was very strong that every shinobi wanted it, but they couldn't be born naturally with it, and the body wasn't too strong to handle it. So when they noticed that Naruto has ki naturally, they were shocked, because not only did he have ki, but it was very natural ki, because if they want ki, they needed to absorb it into their bodies naturally, like Sage Mode, but 100 times harder. But Naruto could use it, and not only could use it, his reserves he had the reserves of it, he didn't need to absorb it, he had his own reserves that could regenerate and increase, which made every child his age jealous, and made the Hokage had his mouth drop. Naruto was way stronger. So the academy finished. Naruto was still dead last because of his terrible chakra control and him being not so smart. But in every physical exam and every physical shit, he beat the shit out of everybody. They also used key techniques and stuff. The QB doesn't actually interfere that much with a chakra, because he's afraid that the Naruto that will grow back his tail and see the moon. And he didn't know what will happen to him then, since the seal was already powered by some key, and the more his reserves got stronger, the more tighter the seal was, and the more he feared for his own life, because he was barely alive at the moment. And now if he made his reserves 2 times stronger, the QB would die, but he would have all his powers passively. He would have his chakra and his own DNA, which made Karma worried. Okay, so why does he have purple chakra control? That's actually it. There's no reason. Like we learned, he could very easily have perfect chakra control, but he can't. It's because John wanted to punish him with making his control on chakra way harder, but he didn't do anything on the physical stuff or ki or learning techniques. He just made it on chakra control, which every Jonin the Hokage noticed, and they were very confused at it, because they see Naruto just from throwing a couple of shuriken became mastered the art of Bokujutsu, and now him can't even master chakra control, but they just pay it off as that the QB's influence was so strong, way stronger than the influence he did to Kushina. So after this, we go into the point where Mizuki got Naruto to steal the scroll. Naruto's still the same dumb ass, of course. And he goes to steal the scroll. But guess what? Since there is key in this world that had techniques of key, when he opened the scroll he saw this technique. Kaioken, the spirit bomb, Kamehameha. I wonder why the old man didn't tell me about these techniques. He then tried the things of the Kamehameha, and they said, Kamehameha, and he launched a big Kamehameha, at least 3 times bigger than the size of the one that Goku did. And he said, what the hell? The scroll said that the creator of it took 50 years to create it, and just that to create it and not even master it. But now I learned it in just from seeing how to do it. Wow, damn. I know that I can learn too fast, but this is seriously very weird. And then he goes to the spirit bomb. He learned it. And after this, the Kaioken. And they said, I wonder what is that? And then he got the Kaioken aura around him. But when he got it around him, all his bones break. Because remember, Naruto was still not even as strong as Goku when he destroyed the moon. So all his bones break. And because of the QB chakra being way more powerful, because it fused a lot with his own chakra, making it his own chakra, being the jutsus he learned being powered by demon thing, changing a lot of parts of them, like the color and size and stuff. So the regeneration was now even more powerful. It was like, I don't know, comparable to 096 regeneration. Yeah, comparable to SCP-096 regeneration. You hate that. The man regenerates too fast. I wonder, what the fuck is wrong with his regeneration? It's too fucking fast. But, well, he doesn't need his regeneration since he kinda doesn't need regeneration since he doesn't need skin or organs to live. And you're saying, oh, so what? He will just be a skeleton? It will be very easy to destroy it. Well, that's where you are wrong, pal. His skeleton is fucking indestructible. It has only been destroyed so far by 173 neck snapping. So, yeah, it is strong. It could be a what if, but it could be my best idea. Everyone that looks at Naruto's face will die. You don't need anything. I won't do that. Come on, I'm not that hateful to the village. Nope, I'm more hateful than that to the village. Well, anyways, let's fucking continue. When he was healed, he got his Zenkai boost. I would say about 3 times than he was. And he said, incredible. I could just break my bones and break it more and more and become stronger until I can fully handle it. The Mizuki came and he said, Naruto, give me the scroll. Naruto then said, oh sorry, I got 2 scrolls. Mizuki said, oh, that's the forbidden key techniques, isn't it? Naruto then said, oh yeah, and I also got the secret scroll. I learned every technique and it was so easy. Mizuki then said, okay, kid. Now give me the scroll. Naruto then said, what are you doing, Mizuki-sensei? Mizuki then thought that he was far superior to Naruto, and he told him, it's simple, you are the QB, the demon's incarnation. There is no any other explanation why you learned everything except chakra control too fucking fast, why you have ki, why you have a chakra amount larger than the demon itself with your base. It's simple, you are the demon's incarnation. No one knew that he had the seal of the QB in him, since John made it not visible to anyone. And it can't be sealed off him. And because of that, notice it. Is that true? Iruka-sensei. Iruka was hiding in the tree, said, don't believe him, you are only a child. You were found when the demon came. That doesn't mean anything. Naruto then said, no, it means everything. And then he said, Kaioken. After this, his bones are breaking a lot, but because of his Zenkai boost, I will change the Zenkai boost. Instead of it being every starter expect regeneration and intelligence and wisdom. It is. It is also his regeneration, meaning that his regeneration got better, meaning that his bones regenerated while he had them, and also his pain immunity, meaning that it gives him everything. Expect intelligence and wisdom, which also will be helpful to him in the future, since keeping your guard keeping your guard down in Dragon Ball is a fatal move, and now he can keep his guard down and not be sliced by something that he can beyond casually break. So let's continue. Not to punch Mizuki, and Mizuki's entire fucking face breaked. And then Ruka said, Naruto, no. Naruto then said, I'm sorry, Ruka-sensei, I'm the demon. Ruka then said, you are not the demon. You are only a talented shinobi that has been a wonder to himself. He trained to gain what he had. You are not Uzumaki, Konoha's #1 unpredictable ninja. Naruto then calmed down and he said, thank you, Ruka-sensei. You are the only dad that I wish that I could ever have. That's it.